وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين أما بعد الإمام الحافظ البخاري رحمه الله تعالى collected in his Sahih, in his authentic compilation. He collected a narration which is considered to be one of the most critical narrations when it comes to the issue of our behavior and attachment to this dunya, to this world. This is considered to be a fulcrum of the way that we are to understand our position here on this earth. And if you don't know anything and you only know this, and you gauge your behavior and your outlook on this narration alone, you will pick up the majority of what is expected of you by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is what is considered to be hadithun jami'. It is considered to be a narration which is very few in words, and it has an incredible amount of implication to it. Ibn Umar was a young man when the Prophet ﷺ passed away. Ibn Umar is considered to be one of the youths. We know that he was 15 years old during the Battle of Uhud. So the Battle of Uhud was the third year, after Hijrah. So we know 7 years beyond that, meaning that the Prophet ﷺ passed away and Ibn Umar was in his early 20s. These are the things that the Prophet ﷺ taught the young men around him. You have a long life ahead of you. Take this and gauge your journey. Go through life based on these words of advice here. Ibn Umar said, أخذ رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم بمنكبي وقال كن في الدنيا كأنك غريب أو عابر سبيل. Ibn Umar said, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam took me by the shoulders. So he put his hands on his shoulders. This is to emphasize, he gave him his full attention. He's looking directly into his eyes and he says to him, be in this dunya as if you are a stranger or just passing through. Think about the implications of these words. If I'm just passing through a town, so there's two levels here. The first level is a stranger. I'm a stranger in town. I interact with people only because I have to. I do things as much as I have to, but this isn't my home. I live somewhere else. Or just passing through. That's a second, lower level, which is I'm just staying here for a couple of days. I'm just passing through. This is not my home. This is not my final destination. This is a pit stop and a flash in the pan in the grand scheme of things which are my life. I'm just here for a few days. If you really do this with conviction, you really embody this, your disappointment is going to be far less. Your anger is going to be curbed. You will be able to let go of resentment, to let go of jealousy. You'll be able to overlook and pardon people, show mercy. Why? Because things don't have to be perfect here. I'll take a little bit of discomfort because I'm not actually from here. Imagine this. Imagine you came on a journey, you're on your way to your home. You stop off at a hotel. And you get this hotel room and you go in there, it's nighttime, right? And you say, I really don't like the carpet in here. It could be better. So you run out to Home Depot and you get new carpet. You put the new carpet in. And you know, I don't like the color of the walls either. And the drapes could use some work. I could get a little bit bigger TV. Let me install a better AC. I think that the light fixtures, they could be just a little bit better, right? And you start renovating that hotel room. You make it exactly how you want it. And then what happens? And it's checkout time. Who did you leave all that work for? The next guest. He gets to enjoy that for free. He didn't break a sweat enjoying all your hard work. And what did you waste your time doing? Instead of sleeping and getting your strength together so that you can continue on your journey and get home, you spent it all trying to make this place perfect, but this place is temporary. And that is what the Prophet ﷺ meant when he said to Ibn Umar, "Kun fi dunya ka'annaka gharib aw 'abiru sabil." When you get that hotel room, what do you care about? I need a bed, I need quiet, I need a shower, I'm good. Everything else is just busy work, because I'm not from here anyways. I'm leaving in the morning. So I will overlook the things that I dislike about this place. I will overlook the incompetence of people around me. I will overlook when somebody harms me, someone insults you, somebody transgresses. You could overlook that, just like you overlook the offensive carpet in that hotel room and the offensive drapes and the offensive paint on the wall. You overlook those things. Why? Because you know that this is not permanent. This is just a flash in the pan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Yunus, وَيَوْمَ يَحْشُرُهُمْ كَأَن لَّمْ يَلْبَثُوا إِلَّا سَاعَةً مِّنَ النَّهَارِ يَتَعَارَفُونَ بَيْنَهُم. He says subhanahu wa ta'ala, and on the day when Allah gathers them all before Him, it will be as if they were only in the dunya for a couple of hours of a day, a part of a day. They will pick off exactly where they left off when they died. I'm going to recognize you, all of you. You're going to recognize me. We're going to die in our separate places, every one of us. We're going to be in different holes in the ground. Who knows what's in our future? Some of us here are going to live decades, and others maybe not even the night. But the point is that when we are resurrected, we're going to recognize each other. And we're going to pick up exactly where we left off. But Allah tells us that when we are resurrected and we see what is reality, the dunya is going to be a distant memory. I remember a place I spent a few minutes there, yes. Because the stark reality of the hereafter will make this place seem like nothing but a simulation, just a fake illusion. And all we have are some fleeting memories, as if it was a dream or part of a dream. Now, when a person lives in that moment that Allah gave us in Surah Yunus, وَيَوْمَ يَحْشُرُهُمْ, on the day when Allah gathers them all, if you live in that gathering with your heart and your mind, you will make the right choices on this earth. If you live in this earth as if this is the place that is permanent and you have so much time ahead of you and it has to be perfect, every single person has to respect you, you have to get everything you want, the temperature has to be just right, the food has to have just the right amount of seasoning and salt, I have to feel this exact way all the time, you will make the worst choices for your hereafter that you could possibly do. And so the Prophet ﷺ gave Ibn Umar these words to live by. Be in the dunya, in this world, as if you are a stranger or just passing through. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He teach us that which we are ignorant of, and that He benefit us from that which He teaches us, that He enlightens our soul, that He guides our path, that He subhanahu wa ta'ala makes this dunya the least of our concern and makes the hereafter the chief of our concerns. والله أعلم وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين وجزاكم الله خيرا.
وجزاك الله.